score ever in the history of the game. 240 points, we got Lee.
Well done, Lee.
Followed by Michael with 10 points.
Well, Michael.
And unfortunately, not making it to the next round will be Sue with no points.
Unfortunately, Sue not making way, but it's okay. Stay where you are, fabulous. Moving on to my right side.
Moving on to your right side, Amanda leading the group with 90 points.
Woo! Congratulations.
And we do have a tie between Corey and Mary with 10 points each, so that will take us to a tie break.
Okay, we have a tiebreaker. All right, so now this is just for Corey and Mary. What we're going to do is we are going to play a song with our very own resident DJ. You are going to do exactly as we've been doing, name that tune. First person to buzz on in and give the correct answer, you will be making your way through to the next round. So, are we okay? Mary, right? Corey, okay? They're confident, I like it, all right? Here we go, for the both of you, name that tune. Oh, Mary, quicker.
Crazy little thing called love.
Crazy little thing called love is correct! It is correct, which means, Mary, you are making your way through to the next round. Unfortunately, Corey, you will not be making your way through to the next round, unfortunately. But please, Corey and Sue, follow me, please. Lovely. Yes, come on down, both of you. Now, Corey and Sue, thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure having you here. Tell us, how do you feel making your way through to the second round?
Disappointed.
Disappointed. But you made your way, got through round number 1, round number 2, a little bit more challenging, but you still, you should be proud you made your way up onto the stage. Very good, very good. And for you as well, Corey, how are you feeling?
I never knew how many dances that I knew. I was quite surprised.
I'm very impressed with your dance style, Denis. Very good, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together, of course, for Sue and Corey joining us here. Now, Sue and Corey, you stay where you are. I like the sportsmanship. And we just want to say, on behalf of us as Royal Caribbean, and name that tune, thank you, so long, farewell. Semi-finals down to the last 4. Oh yes, it is Battle of the Sexes. 2 gentlemen on this side and 2 ladies on this side. Ooh. Let's find out how we do. Now, for round number 3. Well done. Well done. I have to give that to you. All right, fabulous. Round number 3, how this is going to work. Now, we're going to the original version of Name That Tune. For this round, I'm going to read out a clue to a very, very famous song. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually put you in teams. So, Lee, you're going to be versus Mary, and Michael, you're going to be against Amanda. All right? So, I'm going to come to you, Lee. I'm going to read out the clue. Once I finish reading out the clue, I'm going to ask you in how many musical notes, up to 7, you need in order to name that tune. You're going to tell me how many ever notes you need. Let's say it's 7. I will then pass over to Mary. Now, Mary, you have an opportunity. You can either underbid him or you can challenge him. Now, if you underbid him, then we'll come back to you. You can underbid again, and until we eventually get to someone either challenging or the very last one where someone has to name that tune. Now, where this gets difficult, contestants, if you get it correct, you get the 10 points. If you get it incorrect, the points will automatically pass on over to your opponent. So you've got to be smart in how you play this game. First person to 20 points will be making their way through to the final round. So, how are we doing on this side? Lee and Michael, are we feeling confident in this? They look a little confident. Mary and Amanda, are we feeling confident? Yes, Mary's feeling confident on this one too. Very good. All right, contestants, here we go. I'm going to start with you, Lee, right? Your clue to your song goes like this. This song was written for the 1939 movie The Wizard of Oz and was sung by a famous actress in her starring role as Dorothy Gale. How many musical notes, up to 7, do you need to name that tune?
1.
1. You can name it in 1 note. He looks confident. All right, you can name it in 1 note. Martine. There you go, that's it.
Somewhere over the rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow? Somewhere over the rainbow. Let's find out. Congratulations. All right, now Mary, over to you. Your clue goes like this. This song peaked at number 1 when released in 1988 as the 4th single from the artist's album Bad. Following the artist's death in 2009, the song re-entered the chart and peaked again at number 2 in the charts, which is a clear reflection of this artist's success. How many musical notes, up to 7, do you need to name that tune?
7.
7. All right, 7 musical notes, which means we're now going to come to you, Lee. You can either underbid, or you can challenge Mary to name that tune.
3.
3. Oh, Mary, are you going to underbid, or are you going to challenge?
Challenge.
You're going to challenge her. All right, so Mary is challenging you, Lee, to 3 musical notes. Once again, the song peaked at number 1 when released in 1988 as the 4th single from the artist's album Bad. Following the artist's death in 2009, the song re-entered the chart and peaked again at number 2 in the charts, which is a clear reflection of this artist's success. 3 musical notes. Martine. Did that help you?
Not at all.
Underbid a little too much on that one, eh? Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah.
One more time, Martine. Better?
Nope.
Okay. What is our final answer?
Smooth Criminal.
Smooth Criminal. Smooth Criminal. Let's find out. Which means womp womp, the 10 points are going over to Mary. So Mary getting those 10 points on that one. All right, so this is the tiebreaker. Whoever gets these points will be making their way through to the final round. So it's back to you, Lee, all right? Now, your clue goes like this. The British singer described this song as a dark, bluesy, gospel disco tune. The song was the largest crossover hit in the United States in the last 25 years. The song was released in November 2010 as the lead single from the singer's album 21. This powerful song talks about heartbreak and betrayal. How many musical notes, up to 7, do you need to name that tune?
1.
Oh. He's going for 1 musical note. You're gambling on this one. I see this. All right, 1 musical note. Martine. The answer's in that note, isn't it?
It sure is.
It is. Okay, fabulous. Let us know.
Make You Feel My Love.
Pardon?
Make You Feel My Love.
Make You Feel My Love? All right. Let's find out. Incorrect. It was rolling in the deep, which means the 10 points are going over to Mary. So Mary making her way through to the next round. Unfortunately, you will not be, but if you don't mind staying where you are. And now we're going to get to Michael. Sportsmanship. I like it. Very good. All right, you two. All right, fantastic. Now, Michael and Amanda. Michael and Amanda. All right, we're going to start with Amanda this time, okay? So, Amanda, your clue goes like this. This cheerful tune was famously sung by the character Bobby in the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. People often sing this song on a rainy day to stay cheerful. How many musical notes do you need? Up to 7 to name that tune.
7.
All 7. I could see in your face you needed all 7 on that one. All right, all 7 notes. That means, Michael, we're coming to you. You can underbid or you can challenge her to 7 notes.
1 note.
Oh, 1 note. Oh, he's going for it. So 1 musical note. This cheerful tune was famously sung by the character Bobby in the movie Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It won an Academy Award for Best Original Song. People often sing the song on a rainy day to stay cheerful. 1 musical note. Martine.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Raindrops keep falling on my head. Let's find out.
Raindrops keep falling on my head, just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed. Nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops keep falling on my head, they keep falling.
It is correct. The 10 points coming your way, Michael. It is raindrops keep falling on my head. Fantastic. All right, now, your clue, your turn. This classic song from The King is about a lonely man who jumped from a hotel window. And #1 on the Billboard chart and the Billboard country chart. The song became The King's first million-selling single and is one of his most iconic hits. How many musical notes up to 7 do you need to name that tune?
1 note.
Oh, you know your music. All right, you're going for 1 musical note on this one. Martine. Do you know it in that musical note?
Heartbreak Hotel.
Heartbreak Hotel. Let's find out.
Since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of Lonely Street, Heartbreak Hotel.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Callum. The correct answer is Heartbreak Hotel, which means the 10 points coming your way, which means you are the first to reach 20. So you are making your way through to the final round. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Michael. Unfortunately, Amanda not making her way through, but congratulations. Lee, Amanda, if you would follow me, please. There we go. Absolutely incredible. Made it through semi-finalists. How do you feel as a semi-finalist, Lee?
I'm disappointed with myself.
It's okay. You gambled. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but you made it all the way through to this round. So I think you did pretty well. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Let's hear it for Lee. And Amanda, how do you feel? Semi-finalist.
I feel pretty good, but I'm a massive Elvis fan, so it's like, but
You wish you could have switched the other 2 songs around.
it's fine. It's fine. Good luck. Good luck.
Fantastic. No worries, no worries. Well, I'm going to ask the both of you if you can stay where you are. But ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a huge round of applause. Thank you for joining us here in true Name That Tune fashion. Thank you very much, and happy trails to you. Happy trails to you. into our final round, I really should mention some of the well-known audience members that we have sat watching tonight's show. Now, this is a popular video soap opera. This is called The Stars That Got Away.
Tabloid newspapers are often found featuring the sordid lives of the famous. One who has the honor of being on the cover of more tabloids is this man. Cha-Cha Charlie, Anthem of the Sea's most famous ballroom dancer. Cha-Cha Charlie has been known to spend hours walking aimlessly around the dance floor. He once ran for mayor, but was defeated when the media found out that he looked under the hoop skirt of this woman, Cindy Loopy. Cindy had a big hit in the 60s. After recovering from an accident, she went on to be a well-known backup singer, dancer, and all-around drunk. Cindy was caught transposing Disney songs while whistling a happy tune with Zero Motel. Zero likes to play tennis. He claims it's his only chance to find love. He was once caught riding a wrecking ball with Smiley Cyrus. Zero also loves to squeeze the toothpaste of this woman, Patty Pickles. Patty got her nickname after appearing on the popular game show Let's Make a Deal. Patty met her husband on a cruise. She affectionately calls him my little gherkin. Together they raised their daughter Olive, who ended up running away to marinate with Harry Berger. Harry is known for buying and eating Lady Gaga's infamous meat dress. He said the dress tasted like Gaga, a little raw with lots of grizzle. He once appeared on American Idol singing his version of You Bang. It was so horrible even Paula Abdul hated it. Unfortunately, he left without a golden ticket, but he did get a ticket to spend the night with Motown's most loose woman, Paige Turner. Paige was a favorite with any band. She finally spurned all the men to marry a drummer. Even that didn't work out. She finally told him to beat it. Paige became smitten while on a cruise and fell in love with a well-known cruiser, Tommy Turner. Tommy was once a cruise director on the original good ship Lollipop. He could sing, and Tommy could do magic. Every week he would make all the guests disappear from the lounge. Tommy made the news when he fell overboard for this lady, Anita Makeup Job. Anita was a local Mary Kay representative. She was often found stealing the sample kit of Amway salesmen. Anita used to do the makeup for Phyllis Diller. From there, she began her most lucrative career on the reality show Make Up the Mortician Stars. Although that series died after one season, she still hangs around with lots of stiffs. Speaking of stiffs, here now is